Welcome back, Salvage Squad. I'm so glad you're here. Today we're diving into another creative project, and as always, I'll walk you through step by step so you can follow along, get inspired, and make it your own. Okay, let's get to the good part. This week is another thrift store flip. So I found this recently, actually, in the remnants of the Christmas stuff. And here I'm just pulling off, there's a veneer on top and it's got those holly leaves cut out of it. So I just want to get rid of all that and start with just the plain box. So I'm peeling all that off, and there may or may not be a band-aid involved with this. As you can see on the middle finger of my left hand, I sliced my finger with this putty knife. I sliced it good. So anyways, I'm scraping this all off and getting every little bit and some of the sticky stuff off. So I scrubbed it. It's all nice and clean. And now here we are with IOD's Blossom mold. So this is obviously my first time using this mold. But it's really pretty. They're like cherry blossoms or something like that. I don't know. I'm not the expert on flowers. But I'm going to be using Amazing Casting Resin, the quick resin, the 2-part, sets in 10 minutes. So I'm just mixing it up. I went through and I added up exactly how much resin I would need to pour this entire mold. And I think it's 60, if I remember correctly, 66 point something milliliters. So I mixed up enough to be able to pour the whole mold. Make sure you mix it really well. And I'm just pouring it in here quickly. This is sped up 4 times. So I'm not pouring this quickly, but you try to get it in there pretty quick because this resin sets up so fast. And once it starts to thicken on you, it's almost impossible to get a nice casting out of it. So just get it all in there and now it'll set up like magic. Okay, it's still a little bit soft, but we're gonna start pulling these castings out. And I'm just kind of popping them out. They come out pretty easy. They come out easier when they're completely set and they're hard, but these are still a little bit soft. I was impatient, what can I say? So just make sure you set them down on a flat surface, otherwise they'll finish setting with a wonky curve to them, and I'm not looking for that for this project. And then I just kind of look them over, and a couple of them have a little bit of residue on the outsides of that micro rim. So I just go with an X-Acto knife and cut that out just to clean them up and give them a nice crisp edge. Be careful you don't cut yourself. You can see they're still a little bit soft, but it kind of makes this part easier when you get to that cleanup when they're still soft. Okay, so now I'm going to kind of map out what I want, how I want these to sit on here. So I just keep positioning them in different ways to see what looks good to my eye aesthetically, how I'd like them to sit. So I don't use all of them, but I do use most of them. And now this is Titebond's Quick and Thick, and I'm just gluing them on with that. It's a really good wood glue. You can use whatever kind of glue you're most comfortable with. I use a few different kinds. This is just the one I had handy, so we all get our preferences for the products that we want. So there's some glue squishing out here, and especially on these big ones, you can see how it just kind of all oozed out. But then I'm just going to grab a paintbrush that's got a fairly stable bristle end on it, and I wet it, and I'm just going along and cleaning up all that glue so that once it's dry, I don't have that globby glue bits all left. I want these molds to show up crisp and defined on this box. So this paintbrush really helps to go along and clean up all that glue. And it's water wash up glue, so it works really good. Okay, so this box has got some kind of weird stain on it, and I spray painted it. I took it in the garage and spray painted it with bin primer, the shellac based primer, just to seal all that in so I don't get any of that bleed through. So I didn't record that part, but that's all I did. Now this is DIY paint, and these are two of the newest colors of their clay-based formula. The pink is called Flirtatious and the purple is called Blood Moon. Those are available on my website. So I'm just adding a little bit of water and stirring it up really good. DIY paint is very thick, so I don't need, for what I'm doing here, I don't need it full strength. And I just have an old brush here that I am gonna just smush that all into all that detail. Just want to get it in everywhere. I want it to kind of make this detail show up. So we're just going to get all of that, the pink, we're going to work with the Flirtatious first. We're going to get that all in there. And remember, with DIY paint, you can reactivate it with water. So if you found that your piece is starting to dry too quick before you get to that blot it off stage with the baby wipe, just give it a mist of water and it'll reactivate it, and you can work as if it's fresh on there. So I'm just going to continue along the whole piece doing this with the Flirtatious by DIY Paint. You're going to get it all in those little nooks and crannies in all the details of this blossom mold, and then I just blot it back with the baby wipe. And I like the look of this. I like how it gives it that dimension and focus. And then I do the same thing with the flat parts. I just brush it on and then blot it off to give it that more organic kind of look. I do pull a little bit more off in the centers to give you kind of that halo, that vignette look. And now I'm going to go in with the Blood Moon, because that's just going to give it a little bit more depth. I think these two colors work really, really well together. Same process. I haven't sealed this in between, so you want to make sure that you don't go too crazy with your blotting it off, because you'll pull off the Flirtatious color too. And the same with the edges. I just kind of dab it on there, and then I take I mist it with water, and then I take a different brush and kind of blend that in there to get rid of my spots, for one thing. There we go. So I have all the color on there, and now I want these blossoms to just show up a little bit more. So this is just a white paint, and I'm going to dry brush over the top of these molds and see how that's just bringing them out, and it just brings out the detail. And this is going to hit all the high points on those molds. So you're not going to mess with the color that you've added in the depths. This is just going to be on the high points. I don't do dry brushing often, but I always like it when I do it. It just adds a whole other dimension. Layers and layers and layers. And I go over this flat sides and the back, and I just try to focus a little bit more on that detailed edge that's on the top. And it just gives you that, it just defines it a little bit more. I really like these two colors together. They work really well, the Flirtatious and the Blood Moon. They complement each other well. Okay, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope this little thrift store makeover gave you some ideas and inspiration for your own projects. If you've got a tired old wooden box or anything else that needs a little love, break out those molds, grab some paint, and make it fabulous. See you next time!